Welcome back to another bag review by Dave Sam. Today we are taking a look at an upscale installment from a company named Topo Designs, the Rover Pack Premium. My name is Dave Sam and I review men's bags in search of the ever elusive perfect bag for every situation. If you're new here, thanks for joining. If you're returning, thank you for following my bag obsession. If you're not familiar with Topo Designs, they are an American outdoor company started in about 2008. They make a range of outdoor gear from bags to accessories to apparel, and they all share one key theme. They are tough as freaking nails and will last you a lifetime. I've personally tested a winter hat, top layer jacket, and now this bag, and I can definitely speak to the quality of the build and the quality of the materials used across the bundle. Topo hasn't sent me any of these items. I really do just dig them overall. I purchased them all myself. The bag in particular is going to be my reviews and my thoughts and opinions only. As usual, we're starting with the outside of the bag, and we're back to our roots today with all black everything. And this bag takes that all the way to the next level because it's all black on the outside, and we'll see in a minute, it's all black on the inside as well. And I have to say, this bag is sexy looking. Right when I was on the website, this one caught my eye in particular. This all black material, the Cordura, the ripstop nylon on the bottom here, metal buckles. It was just meant to be for somebody like me who loves this aesthetic. The Rover comes in several colorways. This one obviously being an all black, but they've got a leather one, Cordura, wax canvas, you name it, they pretty much make it. I think there's a ripstop one. So there's many colorways, many fabrics. You can kind of get the combination that works best for you. The Rover features a roll top style on the top of the backpack, and this premium one has a couple of additional features. First off, this 1000D Cordura. Next, this 4500 TPE coated ripstop nylon, and then metal buckles all the way around. There are also 3 big YKK number 10 zippers for access to the compartments, one on the top, one on this front compartment here, and then a reverse coil one for this laptop compartment here. On either side of the bag, there are 2 sewn in compression straps. And you can see these here on both sides. And when I say sewn in, I mean they are not movable. They are stuck fixed in position. So if you're not using them, they're still there. They're meant to be for things like maybe if you want to carry a long tripod, you can kind of maneuver it in here, yoga mat, things like that. Or if you're not carrying anything in the bag, you can really cinch it all the way down and compress it all the way down. Now, for me, this is already a pretty small bag. It's at 20 liters. I don't think it needs to be compressed when it's not that full. Overall, it's fine when it's not full. It still has a really, really sleek frame and a really sleek look on your back. So these honestly cause me a little bit more pain than anything else. They are really strappy. So when they're not in use, which is for me all the time, these straps are just constantly flopping around, and they don't have any strap keepers at all on the bag. I actually had to purchase a couple, which we'll see here, from another company to kind of keep some of the straps in check. Additionally, on both sides of the bag, there is a pretty nice gusseted water bottle pocket. So I'm using one side. It's got the exact same one on the other side here. I have a 24-ounce water bottle. I find it pretty tight to get in. There is definitely a little bit of room still on the gusset. You probably could fit something slightly bigger, but overall, I mean, I can barely fit a couple of more fingers in here. So I think 24 ounces is probably gonna be the limit on either side for the water bottle. The Rover also uses seatbelt webbing nylon across all of these straps, including this top handle here, which I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I would actually. It keeps its shape pretty readily. So no matter how bad or how big the bag is filled out, I was always able to kind of grab this or get onto it. So pretty nice. One thing I will say though is it's not padded at all. So it is pretty thin. If you have a heavier weight in the bag, you are gonna start to feel it like again, grocery shopping bags or anything like that. If you've ever carried something really heavy, it's gonna start to feel like that after a little while. It's gonna cut into your finger, so not recommended for extended carry. Onto the back of the bag, the shoulder straps and harness system are fairly comfortable. These shoulder straps are pretty thin, but they are really nicely padded. It feels like that new kind of EVA foam. So they are pretty comfortable to wear. I haven't worn the bag for more than probably about an hour at a time at this point. So for me, it's been pretty comfortable. Nice sternum strap here that is pretty easy to move around or move across. It's got a little bit of give in each section, so you can kind of adjust it within each section or trade it among the sections. Then it also has these nylon loops on the top and bottom to use for their connection system. I don't remember what the connection system is called, but they have these nylon loops in order to use that, or to use that with these, so that you can hang this bag on maybe a bigger bag, one of their roller bags, something like that, instead of always carrying it on your back, which is a nice feature. Additionally, and this is what I'm talking about here, I grabbed these from Tom Bin, and these are just some black web keepers, which help a ton, because if you can see here, it's just again a lot of strap. I like to keep the bag pretty high on my back, so for me, I just kind of create a lot of strap in general. So having some web keepers is always nice. And last but not least, the actual back paneling of the bag. There is really no anything here. It is padded because the laptop compartment is right here, but ultimately there are no channels, there's no mesh. It will get sweaty, even though like our trips that I've been on just in Chicago here, where it's 80-ish degrees on a daily basis, it got pretty sweaty. Like my back was wet. All right, I'm 6 feet tall. Here's the bag on my back. You can see that it sits pretty high. I keep it pretty high on my back. It also sits pretty flat against your back, which I really like. You don't have to worry about the weight distribution too much because it is such a flat bag. So it does end up sitting really, really nicely on your back. All right, moving on to the inside of the bag, we're gonna start with the laptop compartment. And this is the one that sits behind your right shoulder. It's protected by that reverse coil YKK zipper, which is nice, adds a little more water protection or water resistance. Fits my 13-inch laptop pretty easily. I think it said it fits up to a 15-inch laptop. I bet you could probably fit up to like a 16-inch laptop in here pretty nicely. Nothing special about the compartment. You can already start to see here the black on the inside, very dark. So each compartment has a bit of separation, which is nice. So nothing is really that big of a black hole until we get to the inside. But this laptop compartment, nice padded, not suspended from the bottom, however. So I wouldn't drop this too quickly. Moving on to the front of the bag, or the front pocket here. This bag has its own dimension, or this pocket has its own dimension. It's about a finger width or so across the front of the bag, so you're not taking anything from the main compartment, which is really nice. The one thing I do hate about this compartment, and again, just straps everywhere. Straps. It does get in the way of this zipper. So as I was using this, especially if it was like I was pulling it off my back or just using it over my shoulder, I found these straps would like get inside, or they'd get tangled in whatever I was trying to grab. So a little bit annoying, Topo, please. I don't think anybody needs to have this much strap for this kind of roll top, especially with this zippered compartment at the top here. On the inside, this is that, again, that 4500 TPE coated ripstop nylon. The pocket spans this entire section here, and it has just a little bit of organization. You can see some of the nylon loops that are sitting up front here. I've got a pen sitting in one. They've got 2 larger nylon loops on this side, and then 4 small ones that are about pen sized on this other side here. And then behind that, and these are almost secret pockets. I didn't even notice these at first. There are 2 just deep regular pockets, no mesh, nothing. They're not stretchable. I was able to fit this battery pack in the back, but this one in particular is just a little bit too tall to close here, but still pretty thick, so it can fit something decently sized in the back here. Otherwise, no real organization. This was just kind of sitting at the bottom of the pocket here. Onto the quick access pocket at the top here. This pocket sits on top of the bag and is in the roll top dimension, or the dimension comes from the actual roll top itself. So again, protected by a nice big beefy number 10 YKK zipper. I use this for exactly its namesake, just quick access, wallet, headphones, and my keys in here. There's a tiny key lash here that loops around back in the bottom. So it does stay pretty nice to the top, but you probably are gonna have to detach to use your keys at any given time. There is no organization other than this key lash in this pocket here. So just a nice big pocket to catch all. It was nice to have both of these pockets. I found myself putting some of my quick access items that were less necessary, pens, flashlight, knife, things like that in here. And then the things that I was gonna use really often, keys, headphones, wallet, and phone in this top pocket. Ended up working out pretty nicely. I will say though, this top pocket, especially when it's filled out, clearly because it is the roll top, when you use it, everything falls to this bottom part here, or the top of this compartment. So when you go to close it again, you kind of gotta maneuver everything back to the bottom to kind of get it closed. Now on to the main compartment, and it's accessed through the roll top, through these two buckles. And I have to say, though these buckles are beautiful, they're much nicer looking than the plastic buckles, the normal kind of double-sided plastic buckles. These are much harder to use. Overall, I found them to be pretty cumbersome. So getting into and closing up this pocket were not that quick. So I didn't find myself using the main compartment all that much, but when you open it up, you have this nice kind of rigid top. You can hide the cinch top that comes with it, or you can expand it, use it how you like. I left it inside or just rolled inside like this for the most part, because again, I didn't really fill out this bag too much. On the inside, there is another padded compartment, and this padded sleeve is slightly raised. So it doesn't sit all the way on the bottom of the bag, which is really nice. But again, I wouldn't put my laptop in here only because it would be much harder to access. It's just protected by this Velcro strap here. So anything you put in there will stay in. Otherwise, there is no organization on the inside of this. So that's the only thing. If you love pouches, right now I'm testing out these GoRuck pouches, both of which, if you are familiar with GoRuck, are fantastically built and work great. If you're a pouch person, this is kind of heaven for you, right? Just throw everything in a pouch. Maybe have different colors or something like that. It is, when I say a black hole, I really mean it's a black hole in here. Having brighter colors or brighter colored things would definitely be helpful. Carrying a flashlight might be helpful in case you do have a ton of stuff in here. You are gonna need to be rummaging around or pulling things out in order to kind of identify them, unless you have them in, again, color-coded items or different sized pouches or something that makes it easier for your hand or your eye to identify. And because of the Cordura on the top and the roll top compartment with the cinch strap, anything you put on the inside, the main compartment, probably going to be very well protected from the elements. I was not worried personally. I never had any issues with water getting into or on any of my items. I was not out in any kind of torrential rain, mostly just drizzles here or there when I would be caught in the rain. And this is what I'm talking about. When you go to put this on, this is the thing that I hate. It gets, the hyphalon part gets caught in this metal clip here. So you can't just do it like this. You've got to push the clip to get it on. It's one of my least favorite things about this bag overall. All right, now on to the brass tacks. At $169, the Topo Designs Rover Pack Premium is beautiful and tremendously built. It feels extremely high quality. It's gonna last for a very long time. If you're looking for a new work bag and your daily carry is fairly simple, you like black on black aesthetic, I would say look no further. This bag is gonna catch a ton of eyes. It's priced beautifully. It's gonna last a lifetime. And overall, it is just fantastic looking. I can't get over how good it looks, even though I don't love it functionally because I carry a lot of stuff. Because of how good it looks, I will very likely continue to just use it at least on a somewhat regular basis when I'm going to work. If you prefer more organization in your bag, or if some of the items that I mentioned are deal breakers, like the straps or the buckles are just going to annoy you on a day-to-day basis, and you're going to know yourself, this is not going to be the bag for you. There are other work bags, I would say, that are going to meet those needs a little bit better and potentially even carry heavier loads. This is definitely a light load backpack, so may not be for you if you meet those criteria. Thanks for watching another bag review by Dave Sam. If you're here watching to the end, thank you. You're my hero. You're why I love making these videos. And let me know what you think of the Rover Pack Premium in the comments below. While you're down there, maybe hit that like button, subscribe, get notified, all those nice things that let YouTube know that you like me, like the channel, and you want to hear more content from me. I'm going to be working hard on more videos all summer. I've got a great content lineup coming through. I can't commit to dates because it's just too hard. But at the end of the day, I cannot wait to make some of the bags you see behind me, or some videos on the bags you see behind me, and other bags that you haven't seen yet. I cannot wait to share my thoughts with you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.